Alright guys, welcome back to some Planet Zoo. As you can see, we're going to continue building up the East Asian Plaza. So we're going to start off first with the little like food stores and stuff like that. So I had two drink stores on this side, and then it's kind of the same layout that I did with the African Plaza. So, but yeah, so did two drink and two food stores. Um, then on the other side, I went ahead and did um, an information center, and then I did some souvenir and some food. Just simple stuff. But yeah, nothing too crazy there. And then I went ahead and I just used some of the East Asian structures or construction pieces, and I just tried to make it fit the overall vibe of what we were going for the plaza. I think it came out pretty good. Obviously, we're not done yet. Um, like I said, I think it was last episode, I'm trying to drag this on as long as I can because this is going to be one of the last things we do for Planet Zoo for a while. So I'm trying to just drag it on for a little bit so that we have some Planet Zoo content for a little while longer. But yeah, so that's why I'm only doing about 20-minute to 30-minute long videos right now on Planet Zoo. Just trying to make it last as long as I can, because once it's done for a little bit, and then we're gonna have quite a bit of a break. So it's gonna be quite a bit of a break, though. I didn't think that we were gonna take a break as long as we were going to, but the break's probably gonna actually be like 3 or 4 months because I want to get through what I'm playing right now, which is Judgment. I want to get through that, and then I want to get all the way through RDR 2 before I go back to Planet Zoo. So we got quite some time until then. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna upload for those 3 days that Planet Zoo is supposed to be on the channel. So I'll probably try to just upload like whatever playthrough I'm doing that's at that time. Because, yeah, I should be able to do that, actually. I should be able to upload whatever playthrough I'm doing, because I won't be filming Planet Zoo anymore, so I won't fall behind. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do, actually, those 3 days. As you can see, I'm just doing some lighting on the plaza, just a couple of these little lanterns. Just to put something on the wall, make it look a little nicer. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Then I had a couple of these just around the red deer enclosure. And yeah, this plaza is very simple. It's already mostly done by the end of this episode. The only thing I have to do is the restaurant, which I'll talk about a little bit when we go and take a closer look at everything. But is the restaurant and then the landscaping. So I'm thinking about 2 more episodes on the plaza, and then hopefully we still have enough room on the complexity meter to do the panda enclosure, and then that'll probably be it for Planet Zoo for a while. Yeah, because I don't want to completely stop Planet Zoo. It has been my best series on the channel by far, and I do enjoy playing it. So I don't want to just leave it in the dust forever. So I'm thinking just take a little break for a few months, film some other stuff because I have a massive backlog. So get through all that and then come back to Planet Zoo and see what we can do, I don't know what to do next. I know I was talking about doing the African, like a reserve kind of thing. I just don't know how to go about doing that. I'm gonna have to get some inspirations from online and stuff before I get into that series, but yeah. So as you can see, I just made like a cute little centerpiece right there just to go in between the buildings, just to give it some more detail, kind of like what I did with the African Plaza, except I think that centerpiece right here came out a little better. And then I saw these, and I was like, I could cover up a big square somewhere with these, and I was initially going to put it there. Then I was like, no. So I go over here, and I put it in right here, just enough to where it fills in that block and doesn't cover up the path too much. And I make sure it's somewhat straight, and then I just move it to the other side, so there's some symmetry, and because I think it looks pretty good. And it fills in the plaza a solid amount for the most part. And then I add these little panda statues, which I kind of think I need to delete, because I think I want it to be kind of have some hills right there. So I think I am going to redo those. And then I added some monkeys on top of the roofs of the exhibits, just because I thought, I thought it was cute, you know? But I'll just have like a hidden little statue up here that you don't really notice unless you're looking. I thought it was a cool little thing to do, so I said why not and did it. And then I was like, where do I put this thing? And I was like, I'll just put it right next to this water. And then I saw this, I was like, that looks really cool. And then I saw this, I was like, that looks really cool. And I was like, I want to use this in some way. So I put it right here as like the centerpiece for the plaza. And I think it looks pretty good. The only thing that sucks is I had to go through and change all of these one by one to red. This took probably the bulk of the video, which I think when I filmed it, it was like a 40-minute video, so this took probably about 15-20 minutes. Just going through it slowly, trying to paint everything red. It's just so many pieces, you know? And I don't know why it's this color in the first place, because everything else East Asian is red. So I don't know why they went with this, like, what is this, like a turquoise kind of thing. I don't know why they went with this color at all. But so I went through and I replaced all that one by one. There's really not much to commentate on this part, so. But yeah, Planet Zoo. Taking a break from it. I think we're doing RDR2. I think that's what I want to do. During my little break, because I think it's like a 50-hour game or something just for the like campaign. So, and I want to play it. I bought it on launch day. I went to GameStop at like, I think it was like 9:30 at night because of the way time zones work and stuff. So I think it was like 9:30 at night I went to GameStop and I picked it up. And I played it that night for probably a good like 4 hours that night, and then by the time I eventually got around to selling the game, because I was just done with it, by the time I got around to selling it, I think I was like I think it was probably a good like 24-25 hours in, but I don't think I got that far in the story at all. And then years later I got it digitally and I played the online quite a bit, but I never got back into the story, which I know the story is like supposed to be phenomenal. I know it's supposed to be like one of the best games in modern day in terms of storytelling. So I've been wanting to play it. I know I like the game, and I like westerns and stuff, you know, and I love the hell out of RDR1. So I want to play it, and I think that's what we're gonna do. But I've been on the fence between doing that or The Witcher 3. Because The Witcher 3 is another series I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've yet to do it because it's so time consuming. Because I think that game, because I would play all the DLCs as well on the channel, I think that game's closer to like 70 hours. I think, maybe 50. But I don't know, that's a long game. Let's see, Witcher 3. How long to beat? It's 51 hours for the main story. And then I think each DLC adds like 10 to 15 hours. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I guess rushed it could be done in 32, which that's probably about what I'd get it done at. because when it comes to RPGs and filming, I usually just focus on the main story stuff and go straight through it, so. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we're just going to do RDR2, though. But I would like to do The Witcher 3 at some point in the future, because it looks like a cool game. Alright, so now we're doing the staff path and the little staff area for behind here. So I just stuck with like the prefabbed East Asian stuff. And I just did a keeper hut for over here, and I did a staff room, and then I did a generator and a water treatment, just so everything's good over here. And yeah, that was it for the staff area stuff. Very simple, very short little staff area, or small little staff area, but it'll get the job done. So, but yeah, nothing too crazy. Again, this plaza, I'm kind of just going for a simple thing. I don't want to go too crazy because the complexity, as you can see, it's already filling up, and we still have to add the restaurant, which is probably going to take up a good little chunk of the complexity meter. We still have to add the pandas, and we still have to do something else. There was something else I want to do. Oh yeah, I want to do like a little enclosure by the restaurant. So there's still a lot to do to finish the plaza, but I think I'm gonna do just the restaurant, stop, and then do the panda, and then go back to the restaurant if we have enough complexity to mess around with, and do the enclosure by the restaurant. So as you can see, just adding bathrooms and stuff like that, adding ATMs to a couple points because we make money. Well, actually we don't make money because I have no fee on the ATMs, but the customers still enjoy them, so we gotta add them. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to do too much more after the plaza, really. And then I'm just adding bins. I'm not trying to keep stuff too symmetrical and too planned out, I guess is how you would call it. I'm putting the bins in areas that make sense, and I'm not trying to do it an overwhelming amount. Same thing goes with sorry, I stopped for a second. But the same thing going for the benches and the tables. I tried to space them out and not have an overwhelming amount of them so it looks funny. And I think overall the plaza did end up looking better by me holding back a little bit on everything in terms of benches, like I said, bins, lights. I held back on it instead of what I would think would be better. I held back, and I think the overall plaza does look better by me kind of just restricting myself in terms of how much I'm placing stuff. But I think it looks pretty good overall. I would like to get into maybe some custom buildings, but that takes a lot of technique, and I don't have the technique for that yet. But as you can see, I'm not trying to go overwhelming with the benches and tables. You see, there's very few tables in this plaza compared to the other ones, and I think it makes the plaza look better doing that. So, because the African plaza and even the American, North American plaza, they're just very jam-packed with stuff, and I think it doesn't look as good because of that. You know? I think I'm saying what I'm trying to say. But as you can see, I didn't try to go overwhelming with the lights. I just added a few here and there. I just went crisscross with the tables here in terms of lighting, because I thought 2 on both sides would be too much, and having them all be on one side would look kind of funny. And then I try to put them just on the sides of each of these exhibits and then in the middle. And I think it looks good, and it should give enough light to the plaza, I think, for the most part at least. So I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. I've yet to see it at night though with everything on, so who knows? Who knows how it actually is? But overall, I think it looks pretty good. And yeah. And then now we're gonna go through, add our exhibit animals. There's not very many Asian exhibit animals, sadly. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm just adding them as I see them for the most part in terms of Asian, but there's not many of them at all. And you know what? We're actually not going to take a closer look at it in this video. We're not going to open up the game and take a closer look. Because, I mean, you guys just saw everything I did. There's not really much to explain. The restaurant, I'll just wait and show you guys that next episode where it's going to go. I don't really have to explain it, I don't think. I feel like people don't watch that part of the video anyway. But I'm just trying to add most the Asian animals, at least the ones I like. So, I mean, there's, like I said though, there's really not much in terms of the Asian exhibit animals. And I bought a sloth, and I think those are for the walkthrough exhibit, because I couldn't put it in here, so. And then over here, I went with, is when I started going with just random animals. So I went with a turtle first, and I was like, yeah, that looks cool. Because it's like a whole water enclosure. Water exhibit. And I was like, that looks cool. Again, these all could look better too. But you have to do the research for each individual exhibit animal. So it's kind of a drag. But, yeah. And then I add, what do I add next? I don't know what I add next. I know I do the newt, but I think that's like the last. Oh, I did the poison frogs. And then I add the newt, but it's the last one I add. And then I'm just going through as I go and trying to make sure they're okay in terms of temperature and humidity, because I think it just puts them all at like a base humidity and temp, and then you have to adjust it. I don't know why it wouldn't just automatically adjust to their needs, but that's just me. I feel like it should just automatically adjust to their needs. I feel like I shouldn't have to go back and change it, but it is what it is. And then I go and I add the, I think, yeah, see, I buy a sloth, but you can't put the sloth in there. So, I just have a sloth now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I have it. But yeah, so I just keep on looking, and I'm like, okay, I like the newt. Let's add the newt. Do that, and yeah, that's it. Oh, I skipped one? No. I add something. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this Planet Zoo video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And yeah, I'll see you next episode with the restaurant. Stay safe out there, and peace out.